And here we are at Celebration Key. We've completed our tour of the starfish side, so you can go back and watch that video if you want. Now we're going to do the Calypso side, I think is what they call it. I don't know. We're going to check it out. You come through the castle here, and we got some shopping areas. And hopefully a coffee area. There's a bar over there. And some stuff up here. This is where we about started our starfish tour. So if you haven't seen the starfish side, go find our video and check it out. It's on my page. We're gonna do the Calypso now. There are
rum cakes.
Rum cakes. Everybody likes rum cakes. We're gonna have to definitely get a few of those before we leave. And there's a whole bunch of straw market stalls over here. I'm gonna turn this off for a minute and we'll be back in a few. Here we are for Calypso Lagoon. This side. You hear that, everybody? The other half of G Couple is going in here. Somebody's coffee got to him already. Fuck it, I'll go too.
That was pretty funny.
Alright, we're continuing on Calypso. There's all kinds of stuff over here. Calypso Lagoon North. Cabanas.
Oh, the swings are cool.
Volleyball, yeah. Cool swings over there. Here's a place to walk down to the water.
No.
We could. There's a nice hammock over there. Not as good as the one in Bora Bora, but that's okay. No, we could never spend enough time on that. We're gonna walk down this little path here.
Oh, yeah, feel the water.
Basketball. Some more cabanas and daybeds and chairs all over the place. Lots of room here for sure.
I like these.
Yeah, this is awesome. Continuing through Calypso Lagoon. More bathrooms over here. All kinds of stuff.
Windy it is here.
Yeah, it is very windy today with these palm trees. Feels like you're in a hurricane. The winds are like 35 or 40 today. Pretty crazy. Alright, so here's the lockers. Just so everybody knows, a medium locker for the day is $15. The large is $20. So there you go. Here's the medium lockers, about, I don't know, 18 inches by 18 inches maybe. The large lockers here are like about 2 foot tall, much bigger in comparison. About twice the size. There you go, for all you folks that wondered about the lockers. That's it right there.
Yes.
You got all of these palm trees. Oh, it's really cool. Looks nice. Here's barbecue and brews, surf and sauce. That's got some potential for lunch. This is one of those places with your island eats, you still have to pay a little more, but you get 40% off because everybody does get some meals here every day. Most are free, but these few specialty places just give you a nice discount if you want to have a little bit better food. And then the Calypso Lagoon food trucks are over here.
I did notice with the coffee, like if you just get a regular coffee with nothing in it, or just like a latte with no additives, there's no charge for it.
Oh, really?
It's free, yeah.
Well, that was nice. Didn't know that. Free coffee. As long as
Like
it's
I
just
think I don't
coffee.
know that your costing is really just not.
Well, that's good. It's good to know. Very good. Looks like the same types of food trucks. Actually, I think there's a little more over here. I think they got a few more food trucks over here. But you definitely have Island Eats, so you can get your free food here off of these menus. It looks like you just go to these little kiosks here to order, and then you pick up from the food truck itself. Yeah. So you'll hit the menu, decide what you want, walk up here to these little kiosks, order. And when you're done, you'll go up to your food trucks and pick them up. So it looks like to me. Kind of cool. Yeah? I wouldn't be having a problem with that. All of these places here. Another bar over here. And it does say the Calypso side, just so you guys know, 13 plus. When we first booked this, it was 18 plus. So just so you all know, it did change. Picking it back up, there's a few little stands here. I think after we're done walking on this side, we're going to go through all of the little, I don't know, straw market stands that they got and check them out for a few souvenirs. Here's a bar, another one. There's not a lack of bars, that's for sure. Oh, that bar has pizza. That's nice. And it counts on the Island Eats. All right, that's nice. Definitely all the signs around here do say 13 plus. There you go. Very well marked. And down here, looks like this is where it goes into Pearl Cove Beach Club across the street. We don't have access to that today. However, on our next cruise, we do. So on our next cruise, we'll get a lot of videos. We have a nice cabana rented for the place over there, one of these. So on our next cruise, we'll get you some extensive footage from Pearl Cove with all those details.
Stop, man.
All little signs around to tell you where you're at, where things are. Morning. There's a lot to do here, a little bit more than I thought. It's not just a giant pool. There's a lot. We're gonna work our way over to the beach in a few minutes and actually look at the water and beach out there instead of just a pool area. And lots of places to sit for sure. So don't even worry. If you come here, you will be able to find a place to sit and relax. Yeah, for free. There's a lot of little rental things, but all these chairs out there, just thousands of them are free. Shall we head over here to the beach, across the street here? A short little detour over to the beach. You just walk right across this little road here. We could take this and go for a real cool tour, but then we get kicked off probably. I know, I might release the jacket and go back to normal stuff. And here we go out to the beach. There is a snack shack over there. That's all the Pearl Cove stuff for the 18 plus or 21 plus, whatever it is. And then down here to the beach. Lots of chairs out here too. Oh, look, folks, you can't bring your drugs. Ship horn. We'll wait for the other half of a G couple to catch up. I'll turn this back on in a minute. We're going to continue around back up here and just sit in a chair for a few minutes and relax, because why not? And then we'll turn this back on in a few minutes and continue our Calypso Lagoon tour. Still in Calypso Lagoon. They do have water and ice for free everywhere, so don't worry about that. Here's more burgers. That's great, because then we don't have to walk all the way back around. What's up in here? No, that was on the other side.
I think it was
So we're gonna walk in here and see what this is. I think it's okay. So we got a whole tropical bar and kitchen in here that you could probably eat at. Okay.
Do you want to go down?
We can go in there and look at it and see what it is. All these chairs everywhere. People will have no problems finding seats. Yeah, it looks like a little store right here, and we'll go around. Oh, this is a restaurant, you gotta check in. So we're gonna skip that because we're not gonna check into the restaurant. That's one of the 40% off discounts. If you find the ones that are island eats, it's completely free. It'll say redeem here. And the ones that aren't, you'll have that discount. For instance, there's one over here.
No, not at all. That gets pretty sucky.
Island eats, you can redeem for free there and eat. We're gonna look at the burger menu back here. Everybody gets one free in the white section, and then if you want more after that, you have to pay for it, which the prices are in the yellow section. So if you wanted 2 cheeseburgers, you'd have to pay that other $11.99 for a second one or whatever.
Per person.
Right.
We each get a free one.
Yes. Yes, everybody does. Yeah, I think that's going to be our puppy right there. We're going to come back and eat those burgers. Then we get back to the show.
Yeah, because we got cheers on the show.
Yeah. Because your cheers does not work here.
If it was hot here and I wanted like a frozen drink or something,
Right.
then yeah, I would get one.
So we'll take the free stuff today, and then we'll go back on the ship right after lunch, and then use our cheers there. Yeah, they are. You do need those cool wheelchairs. They got the four-wheel drive ones. Those are pretty cool.
Yeah.
That looks like another bar over here.
You definitely can find a bar and a bathroom pretty easily.
Yeah, that is true. Here's on the bathrooms too. Conveniently placed near the bars.
Right.
And then if you have cabanas or any of these rentals for the beach here, you have all your stuff right here where you can get with them for your cabanas, and you can rent tubes, kayaks, paddle boards, all that stuff right here. And then we're about back to the beginning here where we first entered. And that's what we're gonna do from here today, unless we find anything cool. Here's a big map here, we'll show you this. That's pretty much it. There's a lot of stuff here. There's a little legend off to the side that shows you everything, and then all the spots where you can get island eats. They'll have a little thing on the map for the IE. That's where you can eat for free. And then just kind of shows everything on there. So it's a good place to look on your way in. Thanks all, appreciate it.